dream I know deep up my feelings for you. Watch.
The Coalition of Civil Service Society, under the protection of the Civil Society Joint Action Group, have stated that over 2,400 Nigerians has been killed, while 1,872 were adopted within 8 months of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administrations. But before we commence fully with this news, welcome to Reality Latest Gist, your home of news and politics. Thank you so much for joining us on today's news. If this is your first time of watching, please do us a favor to like and subscribe and also share. You can send in your comments and keep the conversation lively in our comment section. To all our amazing subscribers, thank you all so much for joining us. A coalition of civil society organization under the protection of the Civil Society Joint Action Group stated that at least 2,423 people have been killed, while 1,872 were abducted within 8 months of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administrations. The executive director of the Civil Society Legislative Advocacy Center, As0r0k, revealed this while addressing a press conference on Monday in Abuja. On behalf of the coalition, he's urging President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to declare a state of emergency on the current security situation in the country. He added by saying that there should be a timeline that the president will give to the security agency to tackle insecurity, necessitating their call for a declaration of a state of emergency on kidnapping and other forms of terrorism. The civil society organization in Nigeria, under the auspices of the Civil Society Joint Action Group, Community of Practice Against Mass Atrocity and Nigeria, are deeply concerned about the deteriorating state of security across Nigeria and the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. Therefore, they are calling on Nigerian government to take actionable steps to end the endemic insecurity, mitigate further attacks by kidnapped syndicates and terrorist groups, and they have to account for persons missing in these attacks. Mass atrocity fatality tracking across the country by Nigerians also mourns. They reveal that in President Buhari's second term alone, 2019 to 2023, after Buhari as a former military general gained public trust to run as president by promising to curb the then flagging insecurity, at least 24,816 Nigerians lost their lives, and at least 15,597 persons were adopted. This alarming trend has continued despite President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's assurance at the beginning of his presidency in May 2023 to tackle insecurity. It has now been 8 months since President Bola Ahmed Tinubu took this oath of office, and yet things have failed to improve. Our tracking shows that at least 2,423 people have been killed in mass atrocity-related incidents, and at least 1,872 persons were adopted since the beginning of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration till January 26, 2024. We are particularly concerned about the upsurge in abductions, noting that at least 230 incidents, in most of which multiplied victims were involved, occurred within the first 2 weeks of January 2024 alone. Over the past decade and a half, insecurity in Nigeria has spiraled due to the varieties of violent phenomena, including but not limited to terrorist activities in the entire northern region. The terror pillage, otherwise known as banditry, in the northwest, farmer-herder violence in the middle belt, including the Benue Valley, secessionist struggles in the southeast, piracy in the country's southern coast, intercommunal attacks, political violence, court gang. These forms of insecurity had jeopardized Nigerians' security and well-being and had worsened over time. So now the coalition is calling on President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to take urgent measures to address Nigerians' insecurity, including a state of emergency on kidnapping and terrorism. They also urge the government to fulfill its constitutional obligation to ensure the security and welfare of all citizens as mandated in the Constitution. They challenged the state governors in the north central states, including Kaduna, to consider creating a unifying security structure within the confines of the law. As countries overface diverse security challenges, the combined forces of political will on the part of leadership and adoption of effective strategies have always worked in helping them overcome such challenges. Therefore, Nigeria's government must, at this time in the nation's history, arise with unwavering political will and quench the fire of insecurity in the country. This will not only allow the government to win the confidence of the already overwhelming annoyed citizens, affirm the country's readiness to attract and retain foreign investment needed for the economic growth and development of the country, but it will also be a way of sending a clear message of true friendship to the foreign nationals in the country, especially the Chinese and other citizens who has been constantly target of the kidnapping in the country so far. Seriously, this insecurity is something else, and Nigeria government need to do something about it. While acknowledging that the challenge of insecurity Nigeria is facing is varied and complex, it is also important to know that equally varied and complex strategies should be adopted in finding a lasting solution to the insecurity problems. Also, in the spirit of a robust friendly relations, Nigeria has the responsibility to guarantee safety of life and properties for all Nigerians. Because the danger of insecurity cannot be overemphasized. When a nation is saddened with the problem of insecurity, every other plans are stalled. Nigeria, a country with a population of over 150 million people, cannot allow insecurity to derail their political and economic development plans. The country's young democracy is being threatened. Recently, we have experienced increase in violent activities in Nigeria, which has claimed several lives and properties. There is therefore urgent need to tackle it before it makes the country ungovernable, because the basic goals of any civilized society are the survival and security of life and properties. These basic goals are not negotiable. No matter who wins or loses in election, Nigerians must be given protection at all costs through appropriate information, education, mobilization, job opportunities, pressure group formations, and legal requirements in our democratic policies. That is, there should be a need for a collaborative effort in solving the insecurities. So guys, I would like to know your thoughts. Your contributions, your opinions are in the comment section. We'd love to hear from you. Once again, thank you all so much for staying tuned with us. We really do appreciate. But if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube page yet, please do us a favor to like and subscribe and also share. Don't forget to turn the notification bell to get notified when we drop our video, because I'm sure you don't want to miss out the trending and latest news happening on social media. On this note, we have come to the end of today's segment. Till I come your way next, stay safe guys. Bye.